right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, Waharach Kodash, with Yahweh. That's the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai, this one the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It's his true name. And the Ruach Kodash, that is the Holy Spirit. And I also want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach on the scriptures. And salutations to all the brothers out there who are pushing this word in all truth and in all sincerity. And I'm just cruising back home right now. And pretty much I was breaking bread with two of the brothers in my camp. You had the young deacon Yediah and the brother Batakala. All right, in my camp. We broke bread after camp. We got some food. And then while we were, grabbing grub, we talked about several different things, We talked about women. We talked about people in this world, how these people, define success. All right. Then eventually, I guess you could say came to the conclusion that, look, if you're not, serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, all right, your life is void. All right, it's empty. You are unhappy. And you really have no peace. Okay? You really have no peace. See, this truth, it comforts us. And Yahushai, all right, said that, that the Comforter, which we know is the scriptures, all right, is going to get sent to us in these latter days. All right. And you see, these scriptures, all right, and this truth, as it also says that we've been quickened, we've been made alive, man. All right. It talks about how wisdom, I forget where it's at exactly. I know it's Wisdom of Solomon, but it talks about how you're quickly without care. You see, we're not like these people. They're worried about obtaining the next new thing. How am I gonna, keep climbing up the ladder? And you see, Jake doesn't realize is there's a glass ceiling, okay, in Esau society. You'll make a particular level, and then you hit that glass ceiling. You can't get any further. All right. And then we were talking about how we have, particular family members whom have so-called made it in this world. The brother Batak talking about, a couple of his family members. I mentioned mine. Brother Yedai, had a few family members where, they completed the American dream. All right, they came from the bottom and they grinded their way to the top, so to speak. But, every single one of us, we're talking about how all those individuals, all right, that so-called made it to the top, they're basically depressed, unhappy, dissatisfied, with their entire life. Okay? Because you got to remember, if you're an Israelite, your actually sole purpose, okay, your sole purpose is to really serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because we are a nation of priests, as the scriptures talk about. We minister. That's our job. Okay, and if we're not doing these things, we're basically useless. We're basically useless. And when you don't fulfill that, that role, you're empty. All right, and that's the thing with our people. They got sold this American dream. And see, once they obtain that American dream, they actually are, the success story. They lose their goddamn minds, man. And then they look at us, who are, you know, according to this world, we know we will be a low-level individuals, because a lot of us, you know, we don't have like the best jobs. You know, some of us even might be, you know, younger in age, so particular family members or friends or whoever, right, co-workers, may not take you as serious. But you know, we have all the answers. Okay? I hate this goddamn thing. It's lock you. You know, we have all the answers, and that's because we have, you know, this truth. You know, because look, this truth puts, you know, order to your life. It tells you how to deal with a woman. It tells you how to deal with, you know, your neighbor. It tells you how to deal with your children. All right? It shows you how to be a true man, you know? That's what it does. And then once you start applying the things that you read, you know, you know, you listen to lessons, and you apply, you know, what's being said in those, you know, said lessons right to your life. And, you know, now you begin to change, and these people notice it. Okay? And trust me, they best believe that they do notice it. You know? And see, even if these people, you know, hate you, right? Because the world will begin to hate you, no doubt about it, once you come into this truth, right? But they at the end of the day, they have to respect what you're doing, because you're not the same as everyone else. Okay? They have to respect it at some point. Because look, this wisdom is superior than anything that's on this earth. Okay? And it's gonna, you know, these things have to bow down to it. All right? So these people will, you know, bow down. You know, even if they don't want to truly acknowledge it, they still in spirit have to bow down. All right? You see? And this is why, hey, man, being in this truth, man, this is something that's been on my spirit for whatever reason. Just be grateful and thankful that you have this, because not everybody can obtain this wisdom. You know? And this wisdom is really guiding us, you know, through this walk that we're in. It's showing us the right way. It's showing us what's good, what's evil. Okay? And if we didn't have this truth, we would be like everyone else, just lost, confused, all right? Living a terrible death style. You see? That's what we'd be doing. Hey, certain brothers will be, you know, committing adultery right now. Certain brothers will be using drugs. Other brothers, you know, will be in the church. All right? You know, whatever it is, man, whatever you were into, you would be involved in that. And then some, you know? And those ways aren't profitable. They're not. And that's scary. You know, it's a scary thing, because I'll say this. Salaki, I was my mind's thinking about so many things right now, Salaki. But I was gonna say, that's why, you know, if you lose the spirit, it's a scary thing. And that's something that we talked about a little bit in the side camp that we had today. All right. We tapped on that, you know, it's a scary thing, because the Lord, he doesn't really need you. You need Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And this is why you can't, you know, like I said, take things for granted. All right, you have to be brotherly, charitable. You have to, you know, put in that work. Okay, you have to sacrifice. These things are all a must, man. Because if not, the Lord could just strip that away from you, and you could be another lost soul out here. Another lost soul. And there's a lot of lost souls out here. You know? We see them every day, man. We're in a sea of of just, in the sea of the walking dead. All right. And, I'm just, Salaki, just a little spiritual rant. It was just something that was on my mind. I spent about like 2 or 3 hours with, with the brothers, and it was just a heavy, deal that we had, because, we were just all talking about our experiences, and through the spirit, man, I've seen a lot of shit, man. Like, I've been in top tier penthouses because of, particular jobs that I had out here in Chicago. And I'm saying a bunch of them, man, not just, 1 or 2. I've been in several different penthouses, several, mansions out here in Chicago. I've been in, these skybox, what is it, what do you call it, with, with the, whether you be at a basketball game or a hockey game, what do they have, the little skybox, seatings. I've been in that stuff, all right? I've been in 5-star restaurants and all that. I've been around all these things, and it's funny because I never paid for it. Somehow the Spirit just always had me in these situations, and that stuff is nothing, man. It's literally nothing. Okay? You know what the true riches are? This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The scriptures, talk about that, numerous of times. It talks about how, knowledge is, and wisdom is, it's better to have wisdom than rubies. It's better than fine gold, etc. All right. And like I was telling the brothers, man, you can't buy this truth. Okay? You can't buy character. You can't buy, the spirit. This is just, things that are gifts, or, things that you, what's the word I'm looking for? You got to work on, all right? You got to put in that personal work in order to obtain it, so to speak. Like I was telling the brothers, I'm like, look, it's like a bodybuilder, right? Somebody that works out, whatever, you can't buy a six-pack, so to speak. You can't buy, a black belt in jiu-jitsu. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy these things. You got to earn, those said things. Okay? And see, that's what these people think they can do. They think they could just buy it, but they can't. So that upsets them, and it makes them envy you because you have it. And then they can't wrap the finger around you. All right, they're like, man, well, why is he so happy? Why is he content? Why is he ultimately at what? At peace? They don't get it. Once you get into this truth, you really find true peace. Because really what happens is the scriptures say, what? The truth shall make you free. Once you're in this truth, you're free now. You're not bound by this world anymore. You don't care about it. You understand that, Jay, you gain things, you lose things. We understand that this world is going to pass away at some point. That there's a better, there's a better kingdom coming. That this is not the, set all and be all, You see? And these people, they, it's because ultimately the Lord didn't, open up their eyes, They don't understand that, particular prophecies, well, actually all prophecies, all right, they're going to come to pass, and the world is going to change very, very soon. These people really believe that America is going to continue forever and ever, that there's no end to it. That's too far-fetched. It's not even in their minds. Then when you bring this up, it scares them, and then they get angry. So then they lash out. Hey, now it was a scripture say, "Have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth?" And it's yes. We now have become their enemy because we tell them, what it is. All right. Hey, but for us in the know, hey, this is keeping us stable. Hey, this is keeping us rooted and grounded. This truth. All right. We're not. Excuse me. Get through here real quick. Slovakia. We're good, man. We're good. This is all that we need. Like the brothers and I were talking about. All we need really is just our daily bread, food. The food and raiment. Of course, first and foremost, is truth. And knowing the names of Yahweh Shem Shai, the correct breakdown. Okay, having the Spirit on us. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, the spiritual things, and then, carnally speaking, we don't really need too much in this world. All right. That's why, hey, just be happy that you have a roof over your head. You got your daily bread. Hey, certain brothers say you have cars, to get you to A to B. That's all you need. Now, if the Lord blesses you with a little extra, okay, that so be it. But don't try to, go out of your way just to obtain, some worldly riches. It's not worth it. It's really not. It doesn't, even when, I'll say this, once you do obtain it, now what? That was the whole thing, what we were talking about. Now what? With these people, hey, they're able to, travel. Cool, now what? They're able to get the nice house. Okay, now what? They got a car. Now, a couple nice cars. Now what? They got the family. Now what? That's the thing with our people. After they obtain all these things, they get, they get, that checklist, hold on real quick. They're able to check some things off on the list. It goes back to now what? Okay, you did all these things. Cool, now what? What do you do? What do you do? You see, what do you do? And that's the problem with our people. They just think because, they got, X, Y, Z things, they're cool. That's life. I did it. No, man. There's much more to life than just obtaining worldly things. It's all about serving Yahweh Shem Shai, pleasing your power. Remember, we're the Lord's woman. Okay? That's our husband. And if we don't please our husband, then we're not then we're truly not happy. Like a woman with their husband. If she's not pleasing her husband and making him happy, she's actually truly not happy. So we gotta that should be our main focus is always pleasing Yahweh Shem Shai. And then look, everything's gonna be added unto us. Hey, seek ye the kingdom first, and all these things shall be added unto you. Remember that. Look, once you serve Yahweh Shem Shai, all right, and let's just, so like I said, you get a couple things. I'm saying worldly wise speaking, you can truly enjoy it. If you're able to take a trip, now you're able to really enjoy, that trip. Because, you might go see some things that you might go, hiking. You might go, check out, what do you call it? The mountains. All right, maybe you might go to the beaches. It all depends on, what part of the, of the world you are. But you're happy because now you're looking at things differently. Hey, this is the Lord's creation. This is what he made. Okay? I'm able to, enjoy these things. That's just something, that's just one small example. Okay? You get money. you buy particular things. You don't just buy foolish things. Oh, I'm getting, plants. I'm getting, colognes, candles, things like that. Things that are actually beneficial to you. You're just not blowing your money on a bunch of BS. Let's say even if you do get a little liquor, now you're like, you know what? I'm going to get something that's a little bit better, a little bit more high quality. You're not in this low level of state anymore. Thinking, basely. See what I'm saying? But it all starts with what? Serving Yahweh Shem Shai. And that elevates you. Now you start having godly thoughts, kingly thoughts. You know what I'm saying? But see, if you're in this world and you get money, it's too much for you. You're still a child. And that's what we were talking about too, how, because the brother Batak, he works in the, let's say the industry, I'll say it like that, right? He's got to deal with, a lot of different people and then people with money too. And like how the brother was saying, hey, he bumps into, these, celebrities basically, right? He's got to deal with them quite often. And like how he says, they're just completely through, done. They're just defeated. Yeah, they got, they got the money, they got the chains, the women around them. All right, they got, XYZ things, the cars, the entourage, but they're still defeated, And it's ultimately what? Because they're not serving Yahweh Shem Shai. Hey, for this is the conclusion. Hey, what does it say in that Ecclesiastes? I'll just end it off with this. It says, hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Hey, fear Yahweh Shem Shai and keep his commandments. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And if you're not, there's gonna be a void, okay? And you're gonna be dissatisfied and unhappy. Simple as that. All right. But I'm gonna end this lesson, Salak. It's just an in-transit, a little quick in-transit lesson. It was something that was on my spirit. I just wanted to, get it out there, and hopefully whoever was listening was edified. And with that, I'm going to end this lesson, and I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai. Also, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all your brothers out there. Shalom and a Baba Ball.